Yo everyone, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all having a good day. I am out and about driving hood again. It's been a long time and I've got my daughter with me. We are actually on our way to meet up with Divan of Resistance Lifestyle. He is out at Quinny's place, QBEAMS, and we're just going to stop by there because we are collaborating just a little bit. Yeah, Emeka Rose is holding a little something that we're going to give to Divan as part of his project car build on the EG. Just a little something to say thank you to him for always being willing to do shoots and things off wood. And he even did one where we had 3 generations of Prelude. So yeah, we're just on our way to them quickly. Then from there I'm going to be heading out to my brother as he picked up the side skirts that was sponsored by MA, Mervyn Adams. So big shout out to Mervyn, big shout out to my brother Seamus as well for picking them up. And once we're done there, I may make a third stop, but it all depends on the timeline. So let me just get to the first 2 destinations and then we'll see what's going to happen about that third one. Sheesh, we've just arrived and yeah, to be greeted by Patrick's CRV. This thing looks absolutely stunning. You guys will have seen it in the Hondaday vlog that I did last year, but yeah, just looking at this car every time, priceless. Okay, so Emeka and I are just making our way into the QBEAMS HQ now, and yeah, I see a nice little wagon BMW also. Let me just flip my camera. Uncle, give it to Uncle. No, this one here. Yeah, decided to get in on your build. There's a little bit of a knob for you. You can never go wrong with a knob. It's one of the stubbies. So yeah, if you're keen on putting it in, Toldo style.
Toldo style.
Yeah, just don't do anything I wouldn't do with that. But yeah, here you go, Divan's car. I'm not going to reveal anything until Divan puts his vlog out. But yeah, there's a lot of work taking place on this car, and now we get to see the wheels in person.
There's a bit to fail now.
Yeah, don't worry, keeping white wheels clean, the mission and off, but there's a solution. Okay, second stop done and dusted, and as you guys can see next to me, I picked up my side skirt extensions from my brother, and the plan of action is to then get it dropped off by Gavin so that you can do some trimming to have it fitting flush and lined up with the curvature on the Mugen side skirts. So yeah, that's probably not going to happen today, and that other stop that I was referring to earlier, I'm more than likely going to have to push that to next weekend because I need to go and pick Robin up now from the training session she's been attending. So yeah, I'm on my way that side now, and hopefully when she is in the car I can do a couple of pulls and we can get some video footage of that for you guys. So next up I'm going to be doing the installation of this rear strut brace, and I'm actually going to have to do a mock-up because on these mounting brackets only one hole on each side ends up lining up with the bolts of the coilovers. So I'm just going to mock this up quickly so that I can get that install done, and once this is installed, then I'll be able to do the mock-up of the air tank in preparation for the new boot display. And that boot display is going to be done by one of the audio companies that are local that will be collaborating with us to finish off this build in preparation for HDAY. So wish me luck, guys. I hope that this is going to be as smooth as I am predicting. But when it comes to working on cars, there's always unpredictable factors. So let's get to it. Okay, so just to show you guys, these are the two bolts on the coilovers that need to line up with that hole and that hole, but as I mentioned, they don't line up, and same thing goes on the side. So let me just mock the strut brace up quickly on top of the bolts with the nut still on, so I can just show you guys what I'm referring to and why I'm going to have to drill. Okay, so just to give you guys some sort of idea, I've got the one hole through, or at least the one bolt through the hole, and then look where, let's try and get in there, look where that hole is compared to where the bolt is. And then on this side, I actually didn't do any adjustment, didn't realize that the threads were sticking out a lot more here. Then I ended up getting the opposite one in through the hole, and then over here you guys can see bolt is coming out more or less about here, but that's where the hole is. So I'm going to have to just turn these threads in quickly, make it sort of equal length on both sides, so I can then determine once I've put more than likely that in, because I think the back would be the more difficult one either way. Yeah, let me just shorten the threads on this side and then get the same holes on both sides in, or at least the bolts through the same holes on each side, and then we will mark where exactly I need to drill, and hopefully we can get this thing sorted and mounted. And hopefully the positioning of the strut brace will also mean that there will be sufficient space for me to mock up the air tank in the way that I'm wanting to. Oh, and just in case anybody thought that the strut brace, or at least the mounting brackets, needed to go on in reverse, I've just flipped it around also, done a 180, and as you guys can see, the holes do not line up. Let's get in there. So look where the bolts are, look where the holes are, they do not line up at all. So it does not go in this way, definitely the other way. So yeah, let me finish up and get to drilling those holes. Okay, so just a quick update. I've got the mounting brackets to where I think they need to be, and just to show you guys, this bolt is not too far off from the hole. Hopefully you guys can see. Yeah, there you go. So I could possibly just slot that, but then I may end up having issues with the strut brace moving, even though I do add tension to it. But then I've also got this ring on the shock towers on both sides, and they actually need to sit on the inside of the mounting bracket, so that could possibly keep it in place. I'm not too sure whether I'm in actual fact going to drill a separate hole, but also just to explain to you guys, if I were to use the back one, then this hole does not line up, but then also this mounting point on each side would mean that, for example, if I mounted it there, then this part of the brace ends up hitting the back seat and vice versa, so that's a definite no-go. So that's why I'm going to be using these front holes, and then using the position of the back bolts to determine how I am going to either drill or slot the mounting brackets for use. So I ended up not doing the full record sequence of the drilling of those mounting holes, even though it was on a time lapse, as there was a lot of back and forth to the car to make sure that everything was falling into position correctly. And in actual fact, I ended up doing the same thing that I did on the front brace, which I have no idea why that's the case. but I ended up slotting the one mounting bracket and drilling an additional hole in the other one. So let me just flip my camera and show you guys where we are at the moment, and then I will probably leave the rest of the mock-up with regards to that air tank over till tomorrow, as it's already gotten late. And as you can probably hear, the kids in the background are busy calling for me as I are ready to go sleep. So let me just show you what I've done in the booth quickly, and then we'll catch up again with you guys. So here you guys can see we've got that strut brace in place. I just need to tighten up these back bolts on both sides, but what a mission. Here you can probably see sort of, let's just see if I zoom in. There you go, there's the hole. So this is the side that I actually ended up slotting, and then this is the side where I drilled the extra holes. You can see the original mounting hole right over there, still looking neat, and then the additional hole is where that bolt is coming through. And then this side, you can't really tell that this one is slotted, but it is, so just take my word for it. And then over here, yeah, zoom out, we've got that new air tank, and this is actually not going to be installed in the way that I was hoping it was going to work. I actually wanted to end up where's that strut brace? Yeah, there we go. I wanted to suspend it off of the strut brace, but this tank is actually the entire width of this section right across here, and that means that if I'm going to do a suspended tank over there, it's just going to block the strut brace, and then it's not going to be a visual impact that I was hoping for. So yeah, I think I'm going to have to go with plan B and possibly mount it somewhere down here. It will be a lower position so that you can still see the strut brace, and you'll be able to still see the amp more than likely. But yeah, once the entire boot display is done, it's going to look so neat, and I'm hoping everything is going to just tie into each other super nicely.